Morning again, everyone. You've caught me just as I was getting ready. Come and have a seat on the carpet then. That's it, Ella. Remembering your social distancing. Right. Well, I've been working super hard on my writing this morning, and I've got a bit further with my story. You should have an opening paragraph or two now, describing your characters and setting. If you haven't, you must have missed a lesson, and you need to go back to Monday. Luckily, there's a time machine over in the corner there. Just be careful with it. I borrowed it from some doctor. Said he was a Star Lord or a Time Lord or something. I think he might have just been a little bit confused. Anyway, where were we? Thanks, Tansy. Before I started rambling, we were talking about where you should be with your stories. Now, as I said, I've pushed on ahead a bit, and I want to guide you guys to do the same today. Our writing today will focus on meeting Lennox's pen pal in Ivybridge, which should be you and your family. You'll need to include some speech between the characters during this section of the story, and this will help you to show the reader how the characters are feeling. Let's go through mine, then we can talk about how to achieve something similar. Come on, he whispered. Race you to the car. Ralph jangled the keys between his thumb and fingers. Nah, it's cool, I replied. I'm tired and cold. It was true. The journey had been so long, and I'd never travelled alone like that before. I was exhausted. Oh, that's okay. Maybe we can play later. He looked down and shuffled his feet. Yeah, maybe, I replied. Later, at the dinner table, I sat waiting patiently for dinner. Ralph sat opposite, twiddling with his knife and fork. The ride home had been quiet between us, but Ralph's granny could not stop talking. She asked question after question, but I was so tired I could only reply with single sentences. Suddenly, I felt my tummy rumbling. I'd forgotten how hungry I was. Here we are, boys, called Granny as she walked through from the kitchen, holding two giant mountains of food. She placed them down, and as she did so, I caught a whiff of meat. My tummy growled again. Oh my, you poor boy, you must be starving. Here. With that, she poured a huge helping of something grey and sloppy onto my food. It looked disgusting, and I must have shown it on my face. What's the matter, boy? Asked Grandpa. Don't you like gravy? So, we can see Lennox isn't exactly having the time of his life, in a similar way to how Gregory struggled when he first arrived in Tobago. In my story, I focused first on food, but it's totally up to you what you start with. Again, your plans will help you with this. And we're still on that second box. Now, we are about to write some speech, and it's definitely going to involve at least two characters. What do you think Lennox and his pen pal might talk about when they first meet? Is it going to be a happy meeting, or will it be more like mine, with Lennox miserable and grumpy? Have a quick chat with your parents, pets, and partners, then jot down some ideas. See you in 5. Okay, let's hear some ideas then. Josh T? Yeah, absolutely. They might talk about the miserable weather. Perfect. Izzy M? Yeah, that's a good one. They may talk about how strange it is to finally meet each other. Good. Liam? Yeah, brilliant, Liam. Lennox might complain to his pen pal about how long the journey was. Some great ideas there, guys. Now, I want you to have a go at writing your first exchange or conversation, thank you, Freddie, between the two characters. You should have an idea of what they'll say. Just to get you going, I'll read mine again. Come on, he whispered. Race you to the car. Ralph jangled the keys between his thumb and fingers. No, it's cool, I replied. I'm tired and cold. It was true. The journey had been so long, and I'd never travelled alone like that before. I was exhausted. Ah, that's okay. Maybe we can play later. He looked down and shuffled his feet. Yeah, maybe, I replied. So, 5 minutes, have a go, see if you can remember everything from the writing speech success criteria. Off you go. Now, check back through what you've done so far. Have you got inverted commas or speech marks around the speech? A capital letter at the beginning of the speech? Have you got your punctuation inside the speech marks? Who's saying it? But remember, said is dead. Have you included an adverb or an action? This isn't always essential, but it does help the reader to picture the scene, and you, the writer, to show and not tell. Finally, don't forget that in a conversation, every time someone different speaks, they must start on a new line, just like in my example, and you can rewind to that if you want to have another look. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today, but I'd like you to carry on and finish the paragraph. What does Lennox find at the end, at the house? Some disgusting food? An Xbox he doesn't know how to play? Perhaps he doesn't get on with the giant dog you have. Finally, though, remember you are writing from Lennox's point of view. Put yourself in Lennox's shoes. No, not literally, Evie. Okay, I want you to spend around 30 minutes on this. Enjoy it, but don't get too lost in the story. We only want a paragraph leading up to something which Lennox doesn't like. Off you go. I look forward to seeing you next time.